Well, right now where we are with the Chamber is we're working on Zoom meetings, a lot of those online with the mayor, our MPs, MPPs, industry, manufacturing and stuff on how people are going to reopen, how they're gearing up to reopen. Those that are reopening, we're helping them with guidance and some of the rules on how you can open and when you can open. The social distancing is still the biggest aspect of reopening, and that everybody's got to follow those to make sure it's done right. But if you go around to, some of the pool places, hardware stores, so there's long lineups outside of them, which isn't really a bad thing. It means people are engaged, they're doing things around their homes, they're spending, and spending is what's going to drive the economy, and that's what we need. We need it with all the stores, all the shops, especially, our downtown and other sectors here. The restaurants got to be one of the toughest hit businesses. Some have been able to revamp on what they do, and they've pivoted and they'll be able to do takeouts, pickups, things like that. Other restaurants, due to the nature of their business, their location, they haven't been able to pivot. They haven't been able to open their doors. Depending on their landlords, they're still paying rent. It's really tough for restaurants. And we have roughly 450 restaurants in the Barrie area. Unfortunately, listen to the Premier. I think the restaurants are going to be one of the last things that are going to open. They stated the other day that the contact in those places is a medium to high, even with social distancing. So it's going to be difficult. It might be different now that the City of Barrie is tentatively put through at Council the other night, and they'll firm it up next week, that anybody that has a restaurant, they're going to allow them to take parking spaces in front and make them a patio for this summer, to help them recoup and get some of that needed revenue back in the door. There's a lot of pros that have come out of this. We're talking to a lot of businesses. They've retooled, revamped, and they're doing significantly better than they were prior to COVID. Some of them they've found a whole new entity to run with, which is great. The call center up in Aurelia, they announced in February they were going to close down 400 people out of work. They were going to close in July. Due to COVID, their employees all had to work from home. Just last month, they announced they're now going to keep those jobs, keep the business in Aurelia. They just don't need the big warehouse and all the overhead expenses that was there. So there's 400 jobs that were saved. So that's an example of something positive that's come out of this, which is great to look at. And it's a good question because it's good to hear some of the positive things. I think if there's a second wave, you're going to see a tremendous amount of businesses completely fold. It's tough enough for people to ride through this. The government has been great with subsidies for anything from rent to wages to individuals, but the government only also has so much money to give out, and it's our money they're giving out, right? So eventually we're going to have to pay it back in one form or another, but their pockets are only so deep, they can only go in so far. I think if a second wave hit, it'd be catastrophic right across the country. This is stuff we're working on a regular basis with, again, municipal, provincial, and federal governments. They've all been great to work with, and we're having regular meetings, Zoom meetings, to keep all the members and the public aware. You don't have to be a member of the Chamber to get online and see what's going on. Right now, every bit of relief that's being offered out there is on the Chamber's site, so people can access that, and that's at www.barriechamber.com. Whether it's individuals, you're looking to find out what you can personally get, whether it's a business for the wage subsidy, the CERB for individuals. There's lots going on out there to help both businesses and individuals, ride this storm out and hopefully give everybody a little bit of peace of mind, because it's stressful for a lot of people, very stressful. The best thing you can do is shop local, and that's for all businesses, large or small. As long as they're local, you're helping them keep their employees. Some people say local means just a small business. It doesn't. It means any business local. You take like a No Frills or Walmart, some people go, wow, they're a big shop store, this and that, but they're employing local people. And if we stop shopping at any of those places, then those people will become unemployed. Certainly the smaller ones need our help much more than the larger ones do. And we need to shop there, whether we're buying gift cards, any way that we can support them, take out at restaurants and things like that. Every little bit is going to help them, put a little bit of money in the bank to hopefully ride through this.